Bonjour les amis, dans cette nouvelle vidéo, nous allons continuer à apprendre le subjonctif et particulièrement, nous allons apprendre la formation irrégulière du subjonctif. Voici deux exemples, ou bien un exemple que j'ai trouvé déjà. Il faut que j'y aille. Il faut que j'y aille. I got to go. I have to go. I is a subjonctif form of the verb avoir et c'est une forme irrégulière. Alors, je vais commencer la leçon tout de suite. Et voilà le subjonctif, formation irrégulière, grammaire, partie 2 de l'unité 2. Voici le cible d'apprentissage. Je peux utiliser le subjonctif avec les verbes irréguliers aller, avoir, être et faire. Commençons tout de suite avec la conjugaison du subjonctif des verbes être, avoir, aller et faire. Ces quatre verbes sont des verbes irréguliers. Voilà la conjugaison de ces verbes. So, since these verbs are irregular, the conjugation of this verb does not follow the same stem rule we've learned in the previous video for the subjunctive of the regular verbs. So we do not look at the il plural il form of the present tense as a base to construct the subjunctive. Instead, we just have to memorize these irregular formations, irregular stems. For être, here is the conjugation que je sois, que tu sois, qu'il soit, qu'elle soit, qu'on soit, que nous soyons, que vous soyez, qu'il et qu'elle soient. Pour the verb avoir, que j'ai, que tu es, qu'il est, que nous ayons, que vous ayez, qu'ils aient. Ayons, ayez, aient. Maintenant, conjuguons le verbe aller au subjonctif. Que j'aille, que tu ailles, qu'il aille. Que nous allions, que vous alliez, qu'ils aillent. Notice for je, tu, il et il, la prononciation est aille. Mais pour nous, and vous, it's allions, allier. Maintenant, conjuguons le verbe faire au subjonctif. Que je fasse, que tu fasses, qu'il fasse, que nous fassions, que vous fassiez, qu'il fasse. Alors, faites une pause, écoutez bien et répétez la conjugaison comme je l'ai fait moi. D'accord? Continuons. Maintenant, l'usage du subjonctif après certaines expressions impersonnelles. We're going to learn how to use the subjunctive after some impersonal expressions. Note the use of the subjunctive in the following sentences. Il est important que nous soyons à l'heure. So all these verbs, all the verbs in these sentences are in the subjunctive. And what does il est important que mean? It means it's important that we be on time. It's important that we be on time. Here we go. Il est bon que vous fassiez du sport. It's another impersonal expression because it starts with il est bon. It is good. It is important. Il est bon que vous fassiez du sport. It's good that you do sports. So it's impersonal because the speaker is not expressing their own emotions, their own opinions. It's impersonal, but we still use the subjunctive. Il est dommage que tu partes. It's too bad that you're leaving. So in French, the subjunctive is used after certain impersonal expressions of opinion when they are referring to specific people. When the expression of opinion is used in a general sense, it's followed by de plus infinitive. Compare. Il est utile de parler français. It's useful in the general sense to speak French. So after the general sense, it's followed by de plus infinitive, de plus infinitive. Il est utile que Marc parle français. It is useful that Mark speaks French. So here we have the subjunctive. Il est utile que Marc parle français. So more expressions of opinion. Il est bon que, it's good that. Il est utile que, it's useful that. Il est dommage que, it's too bad that. Il est important que, it's important that. Il est naturel que, it's natural that. Et il vaut mieux que, il vaut mieux means it's better that. D'accord. And the last one is, il est essentiel que, it's essential that. D'accord? So, here this one is repeated. Let's continue. Il est normal que, il est indispensable que, indispensable or necessary. Il est juste que, it's fair that. So let's learn now l'usage du subjonctif après vouloir que, after to want to. Note the use of the subjunctive in the sentences below. Je voudrais que tu viennes chez moi. I would like you to come to my house. In French, je voudrais que is followed by the subjunctive, but not in English. Eric veut que je sorte avec lui. Eric wants me to go out with him. Il veut que je sorte, subjonctif. Mon frère ne veut pas que je prenne sa voiture. My brother does not want me to take his car. So again, ne veut pas, it's an expression with vouloir, que je prenne, subjunctive. In French, the subjunctive is used after vouloir que to express a wish, le souhait ou le désir. Le subjonctif is also used after je veux bien que. Je veux bien que, meaning I would love to. Est-ce que je peux sortir? Can I go out? Oui, je veux bien que tu sortes. Sure, it's okay with me if you go out. So, in French, we use the subjunctive after je veux bien. Quelques expressions du désir et de volonté par ordre d'intensité. So here we have expressions of desire and a wish that go up in intensity. Je préfère que, je souhaite que, je désire que, je voudrais que, j'aimerais que, je veux que. Here we don't have the soft conditional anymore, like je voudrais que, I would like that, or I would want that. Here we have je veux que, I want that. J'insiste pour que, j'exige que. So do you notice how the expression of desire, désir, goes up in intensity, par ordre d'intensité? All these expressions are followed by the subjunctif. Now, we had spoken about the moods in the previous video of the subjunctif. We're gonna do a quick review about it. So the subjunctive is a mood. French verbs are divided in 4 moods. The indicative, which we've been learning so far, like the present, le présent, le passé composé, l'imparfait, le futur simple, and all these verbs were in the indicative. And we have l'impératif. We've learned l'impératif, which is the command form. Le subjonctif, which we're learning now, and le conditionnel, which we learned already in a certain way when we learned to say j'aimerais, I would love to, je voudrais bien, I would like to. Okay. So let's talk a little bit more about how for the subjunctive, we need two subjects. Pour le subjonctif, deux sujets sont nécessaires dans la même phrase. In the same sentence, two subjects are needed. Here we go. Il faut que, le il inconnu comme it. So the il, we don't know who il is, it's inconnu, okay? It's impersonal, inconnu. So we have il faut que, it is a subject. And then we have une personne ou un groupe de personnes, right? So after il faut que, we're gonna need another subject that indicates a person or a group of persons. Il est important que, it's important that, il est essentiel que, it should be followed. So we have the first subject is il, which is inconnu, but it's still a subject, plus une personne ou un groupe de personnes. Je veux que, j'exige que, j'aimerais que, plus, same thing here, are followed by une autre personne ou un groupe de personnes. So que, entre deux sujets, pas toujours le subjonctif. So we said earlier that que is not necessarily followed by the subjunctive, but every time we have a subjunctive, we have to have a que in front of it. Let's look at these sentences. Il me dit salut tous les matins. Il dit que je suis sa meilleure amie. He tells me hello every morning. Il dit que je suis sa meilleure amie. He tells me that I am his best friend. So il dit que, we have que, but here we have the present tense because it's a statement, it's a fact, it's not an emotion or necessity or command, it's just the present tense, it's a fact. So we have the present. Elle pense à ses vacances. She's thinking about her vacation. Elle pense que je suis très organisée. She thinks that I'm very organized. Present again. So let's review what's a mood. A mood or mode is a manner of speaking. Moods reflect the attitude in general of the speaker toward what he or she is saying. The indicative, however, so what is the indicative mood? It concentrates on the facts and events are factual. L'imperative mood concentrates on giving commands. Le subjonctif mood expresses wishes, hopes, uncertainty, etc. about a fact or an idea. Le conditionnel mood expresses would, could, and hypothetical statements. Okay, again, mood versus tenses. Moods are divided in different tenses. A tense is used to indicate the time when the action of the verb takes place. Example of these tenses are the present, passé composé, imparfait, and futur. So the indicative mood could have all these tenses. So do other modes. Okay, we'll stop here for this video. I hope it was helpful. And I would ask you to fill out the lesson notes for la grammaire 2 de l'unité 2 et répéter pour comprendre et répéter la prononciation de la conjugaison. Merci beaucoup et à la vidéo prochaine. Au revoir les amis.